Hello and welcome to the Useless Wisdom Podcast, the only place you come when you want to get your mind off of some dumb shit and onto some other different dumb shit.
I wouldn't say we're the only place.
We are the only place.
Okay, boss.
Okay. Anyway, last episode we really didn't talk about anything, but I did get like 6 clips off of last episode. It didn't go over any topics that we had, but I mean, that's fine too.
Probably not going to today either.
Well, first off, I got a puppy.
First, you should describe to us what type of puppy you got.
Got a German Shepherd, and the ears already popped up. He's only like 7.5 weeks old, and both of his ears are standing up.
Well, when you first got him, were they like that?
No.
Exactly. So that's a moment. You got to share a moment. Don't be upset.
Well, now he doesn't look cute. He just looks like a big Dumbo-eared fuck.
Then get rid of him. Return him.
Well, they said that we could if we needed to.
But
we almost did. He wouldn't quit whining. We brought him home, and he would not shut his fucking mouth.
That's generally what a puppy does, Brian.
Well, in this room, I have it soundproofed a good bit. It's not completely soundproofed, but for the most part, it is for the podcast. And I had to end up bringing his crate in here. We did crate training with trying to get him to go in and out of the crate, get him comfortable with it so he thinks that it's his den. But as soon as he goes into it, he wants to start whining. I mean, granted, he has gotten a lot better, but I had to end up putting him in here because, like, you could not sleep. And I don't want to sleep with earplugs in.
Why not?
Get ear infections? I don't fucking
Dude,
know.
you don't know. You sleep till like 2 or 3 o'clock anyway. It ain't like you got to set alarms to wake up.
Well, he's up until like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and then I let him go to sleep.
Why are you keeping him up till 6 a.m.?
Because that's when I go to sleep. He got to be on the same schedule as me.
To an extent, I guess that would make things easier. But that's probably hard on him to be up all night.
He doesn't mind it, I'm guessing, because...
Yeah, because he'd just tell you if he didn't like it.
You need to back up from the mic a little bit.
Well, I'll back up from whatever I want to back up from, boy.
No, but he'll wake up and he just goes right back to sleep on the couch.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that.
He just come up and lay there after rolling in his shit all night because he poops and shits he shits and he pisses in the cage all the time.
I mean, you probably would too eventually. If you were a small child, you shit your pants all the time. You almost did it on the way to get the dog.
That was
Tell
fun.
that story.
Well, to get the dog, we had to go 3 hours away.
It was over 3 hours, wasn't it? It was like
it
3
was
hours
like
and 10 minutes.
It was like 3.5. Well, it ended up being like 4.5 hours.
It wasn't 4.5. It ended up being like 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 45 minutes with the like 4 pit stops we had to make.
Yeah, I get car sick really easily. Like I can go from, I don't know, let's say 25 minutes to Morgantown, and I'm sick if I'm not driving. It's exactly what happens.
I don't understand that because I don't get car sick.
Yeah, he was back there. He was in the back playing on his phone and shit. That's why I never understood why cars have the television, the little flip down televisions for the kids in the back.
It's because babies aren't as sensitive as you, apparently.
I don't get it because actually when I was I think that I let Jamie finish driving, right?
No,
to the place.
No, you drove. She drove there completely. Yeah. She didn't finish. She drove completely.
What are you talking about?
She drove from here to that place.
Yes.
You said something about I let her finish driving there, didn't I?
Yeah, after we had to pull over because I almost shit my pants.
You didn't almost. I'm pretty sure you did. You just refused to admit it because it stunk.
Yeah, the entire ride I had the window rolled down and shit, and he's like, "Oh my God, I can still fucking smell it."
he was just letting her rip like 2 or 3 times, and it smelled like pure raccoon anus, like diseased raccoon anus.
If you ever...
And like 20 minutes later, I'm like, I can still smell it. It's in the air. It's stuck in the leather. Jamie, your maid that you made drive you down there needs to clean her car now because you ruined her leather seats. And lo and behold, like 2 minutes after I say something, Brian's like, you need to pull over. Why? Can't you just wait? You need to pull over.
Yeah, and then we pulled over into a gas station. I went into the gas station and blew my brains out there. Probably clogged the toilet. Well, actually, it was pretty wet, so I don't think that I clogged the toilet. But
He repainted the walls.
there was a guy in the stall right next to me, and he's like laughing because I'm over there, and you can actually hear the. You can fucking hear it, and. Yeah, he's over there laughing, and I'm like, oh, this guy's probably got a pretty good sense of humor. So I have my wallet with me. I take out my wallet, pull out a business card for the podcast, kind of just slide it over underneath the stall to him. He didn't like immediately bend down to pick it up, but that was when I was about finished. Like after I wiped my ass and everything, is when I touched the business card.
Oh, yeah. You wait until after you touched your asshole to give the guy the business card. All right.
Well, I had to touch my asshole when I got out, too, because I had to... You ever have to hand wash your underwear?
No.
I didn't bring an extra pair with me.
I wondered what took so long. He was in there for at least 15 minutes.
Well, is it weird that you go into a place... Like, I always think it's weird when you go into a...
gas station.
Into a gas station, into like Walmart or something, and you don't buy anything. I always feel like I'm stealing.
Well, no, because as we were sitting in the car, I said, Jamie, he's going to go in there and walk around either before or after he ruins their toilet and to make it seem like he's interested in buying something. And she's like, no, he's not. He's going to go in there, he's going to ruin their toilet, and he's coming back out. So which one did you do?
I just walked right back out, but I felt super weird about it.
Because it's like, why, do they think I'm stealing?
It's just a constant thought. That's why I was like, I wonder why.
Like, if I've worked retail, and it's like, I don't think you're stealing. I think you came in and used our toilet and left. But when you're on the other end of that, and you're the one doing it, it feels very, very strange. Because, like, what business do you have being in my establishment?
Blowing up your toilet is what the businesses they have.
Well, I think a gas station is a little bit different from, like, big retail stores. Because it's like they see you come in, see you go to the bathroom, then see you walk out of the bathroom, not look at a damn thing, and walk out. So they know what you did, Brian. He had to go in there and clean up after you.
You ain't hiding it from anybody.
Yeah, you're not going to pretend like you didn't just ruin their toilet.
Well, we got there, and Brandon was so... He was so scared that he would not get out of the car because, this was like a backwoods, definitely like hillbilly, wrong turn type place that we went to.
Not just that, but we get there, right? And there's like 3 lots that could have been the right place to go. So we go to the house first. And I'm like, man, we're going to stay in the car. You all go get your dog. We're going to stay in the car. And in comes a hillbilly Jim looking dude on a 4-wheeler. Just screaming her over. And I see him stop and start talking to you two. And this is how I know when Brian is in an awkward situation, right? We're sitting in the car. My wife's next to me. I'm watching him, right? And he starts talking. He's like, yeah. He starts puts both hands on his back and pushes forward. Starts looking around like he thinks that's going to endear him to the gentleman. I said,
back up a little bit.
I was watching it and I said, yeah, Brian don't know what to say, do, or how to introduce himself. That's why he's standing like that. And then his maid takes over and handles the situation. They come back to the car. I said, where's the dog? They're like, oh, we got to go over into his garage to get the puppy.
Yeah, he's like, you guys come to my garage.
I was like, yeah, y'all can go to the garage. Somebody's got to live to tell this story at the end of the day. Somebody's got to live to tell somebody. Get the movie rights, something. So then we pulled across probably 15-foot wide bridge, if that. And it's over this creek. And like both tires are like maybe 8 inches away from going off on both sides. And we're in a Ford Escape. This isn't a little vehicle. This is it's not a huge vehicle. It's like a hybrid type size. We get across there and we stop. And I look over. This is not a man's garage. This is a concrete building specially made for puppy mill type activity. Is what it felt like to me. And Jamie turned around. You guys want to go see the puppy? I was like, thought about it. Popped a fruit gusher in. Chewed it up. Felt the sweet, succulent juice hit my mouth. I like life, I thought. And my response was, Nah, bro, I'm staying here. We ain't all getting murdered today. Of course, my wife's like, yeah, I want to see the puppies.
You have a wife?
Yeah, you were there.
That's your wife?
Vaguely.
Oh, okay.
That's a term some would use. Anyway, she hops out the car, goes over with him, right? Hillbilly Jim moseys off with the four-wheeler at this point. And there's him, his wife, and his daughter. I assume his daughter. Could have been his sister. I don't know. And they start conversing. I was like, I start thinking, like, how quickly can I jump in the front seat of this thing? Because they left the keys in there, and it's push button and all that. So I'm like, I'm half blind. I don't know if I can back over that bridge. That might be an issue. I was like, I'm going to have to run him over. I'm going to have to run somebody over today if this goes south. And I'm watching, and I'm on my phone, trying to stay calm. And then Brian almost gets bit by the dad. I think my wife almost got bit by the mom. They were too concerned with how big the dog was for Brian to worry about this dog might kill me.
The dog, okay, so again, it's a German Shepherd, and this is the biggest dog I have ever seen. Considering like all the pictures that I've seen on social media and stuff, this dog looked like a fucking lion. Okay, that's probably about how big he was. Was a fucking lion.
I didn't see.
You ever watch Tiger King?
Yes, I have.
Fucking tiger.
I wasn't there to dispute you because I stayed my ass in the car.
You saw us standing beside this dog, and this dog's head was, I don't even know what you would say, about as big as a 32-inch TV.
Fair enough. He could have been. I don't know. But
anyway, you're a little pussy and you didn't get out of the car.
Because I wouldn't get murdered by Hillbilly
Did we get murdered?
No, because I stayed in the car. They knew somebody was getting out there to tell the story. That's why. They knew better.
Okay, whatever you say.
But, so they get the puppy. They bring the puppy back in. They get a towel laid out so, if it pees on somebody, it don't pee on them. It soaks through the towel, and then the piss drops on you. So we get in the car. We get on our way back. We decide, hey, we need to get gas. We need to get something to eat.
We need to let Brian drive so he didn't shit his pants.
Brian's going to drive from here on out. And of course, in Brian's mind, he says, and I quote, "You saw how Jamie went 25 down this wrong turn road? Yeah. We going to hit 60. We did not hit above 20 on the way out of that road. I swear to God.
That road was like so windy. It didn't look like it.
It's like because you were too busy trying not to vomit on the way down it.
Yeah, I had to like sit in my seat like with my back to the bottom of the seat. Yeah. So I couldn't see over the
top of the car.
Yeah, over the windshield or out the windshield. I mean, that helped a little bit, but
listen to this. All right, I don't know if this is common in other places, but we don't see shit like this. This was a big deal for me and Brian. The other people, they didn't care as much. This is a big deal to us, right? I think we get off the exit. I think it was an exit we were getting off of. And then I think it was around Sutton or Flatwoods, in between Sutton and Flatwoods. And we pull over to the gas station, whatever. We stop. Brian pumps the gas, whatever. And as we get out of the car, we turn. Across the street is a Taco Bell and Kentucky Fried Chicken combined. Now, I don't know. This might be common in other places. I ain't never saw no shit like that before. Have you?
As big as your eyes got when you saw that place, I
don't even like KFC. But that was some pretty cool shit.
Well, the Taco Bell was good. I love Taco Bell.
It was. I got like 5 tacos, and those were some of the best because I don't think we'd eaten that day. Or maybe, I think we did.
No, we got milkshakes.
Yeah, we sat. Jamie wanted us to eat after we got the puppy. Brian felt like we should have ate before we got the dog. So that was a little bit of a disagreement.
Well, Jamie's like, we can't bring the dog inside. And I'm like, why can't you bring the dog inside? Because I went to Petco, got some fucking rats. Like, I think it's like 2 of them. And, I fucking went into CC's Pizza and ate. And I think I also did the same thing where I got another rat. And,
yeah, because CC's Pizza.
And then I went into, where was it at? Olive Garden? Not Olive Garden. What's that place called that is Golden Corral? Went into Golden Corral.
Yeah, because both of those places are just the definition of high class. It's CC's Pizza and Golden Corral. Now, I love me some Golden Corral, but CC's Pizza sucks. That is the worst pizza place.
The only reason I go there is for the mac and cheese pizza. That's the best shit that I've ever
That
had.
was the driest, crustiest, nastiest pizza I've ever eaten. That was disgusting.
The mac and cheese pizza?
Yes, it was horrible. I don't believe that because you eat mac and cheese soup, not mac and cheese.
Well, they make it really creamy on the fucking...
They didn't when I went. Maybe when you went.
Well, if you order it before you go there, so they have the whole pizza ready for you. You know, it's freshly made, not sitting there for...
But you know, when you get there, you can order when you get there.
Okay.
It's a buffet.
Whatever.
Anyway, what do you think about Golden Corral? Do you like Golden Corral? Because
I love Golden Corral, but
I do.
they're so inconsistent with the food that they have.
Uh-huh.
It pisses me off because you can go there one time and get what is it? Like they let's say like a hamburger or something, and it'll be the most tasty thing you've ever had.
I don't think they have hamburgers.
Yeah, they put something on a bun. I don't know if it's hamburger or if it's like some kind of steak or...
They don't put anything on buns because you have to do that stuff yourself.
Yeah, they give you the hamburger.
I've never seen hamburger there. I've seen steak. I've seen brisket.
You are fucking... Okay, whatever. Either way, you
Steak.
can go there and get like meatballs or
spaghetti, tacos.
You can get all kinds of different stuff, but one day you can go there and it is the best in the world.
And the next day it's
and the next day it's just terrible. Especially if you go during like lunch hour or something in the middle of the week.
Dinner, yeah.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Well, I like their steak because that's like the only place around here that's cheap where you can go and get a steak. And
it's not really cheap.
It's $20 a person, right?
Depending on when you go, like because you got like dinner.
I'm going for the dinner. I'm not going when they're not serving steak. What's the point?
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I wonder if they're still open now with the COVID stuff.
No, I heard they're shut down permanently. They're done. They're
Why?
not opening, I don't know.
They go bankrupt because of COVID,
They could
maybe?
have. Well, the thing about it, buffets are like really contingent on like business. Like you can't.
And they were like, there was no way that they could make that not a buffet.
Yeah, and well, a lot of people quit going there because they didn't. They thought the quality went down too much. I still liked it. I'd go and eat. But anyway, on to the next topic.
Yeah, let's hear about your trip to Charleston.
Well, I wasn't gonna say where I went, Brian, because you're kind of revealing a little too much about my life. But so I don't know who is listening to this that might understand where I'm coming from. But I'm a hustler. I've been a hustler since high school, right?
Mm-hmm. He used to bring a duffel bag. Actually, we both did, but used to, bring a duffel bag and with food stacked in it and just sell shit.
For me, it was soda and pepperoni rolls and a couple other things sprinkled in. But I was making money. That was my goal. I was like, I had my margins figured out. I knew how much I had to sell to break even. I knew all that.
You knew how much you could eat and still make a profit.
I knew how much of it I could drink and eat and sell the rest to still make a profit. Exactly. So last year, I think I'm scrolling around on Facebook. Sometimes you end up on just random pages and you don't really know how you got there, but you end up there on Facebook. I don't think it happens as much with Facebook as like Reddit or YouTube. It happens once in a while with Facebook. I ended up on a page for a place called Treasure Hunt in South Charleston. Not just Charleston. South Charleston.
How far away is that?
That it was 2 hours and 40. It's supposed to have been 2 hours and 42 minutes from my house. Ended up being about 3 hours and 15 minutes.
So you went on another road trip.
Yes. Damn. Yes. So and the premise of this place is generally without the coronavirus stuff going on, you go in, there's I think there's 24 dump bins, 4x4 dump bins, right? If you can't picture a dump bin, it's like just a big bin, like a movie bin at Walmart or a Target, somewhere like that, where you can just pile a bunch of stuff in. I think they have 24 of them set up, and they're 4x4, and they buy these liquidation pallets from Amazon and Walmart and places like that, and then they break them.
You need to wear a mask from now on.
Shut up. Where's your mask at?
I didn't just sneeze.
Okay, fair enough.
Fucking weak bitch.
No, I just went to Charleston. So you go in. They take the liquidation pallets, they break them down, they separate them out. They post the good stuff that they find on Facebook, some of it, to entice people to come in. And I've seen people get laptops, cell phones, tablets, rifle scopes, Black & Decker tools, power washers. They've given away TVs. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. Gift cards. So I was like, we should go down there. And, of course, it fell through. I was supposed to go with one of my friends and my wife didn't want to, and it just kind of fell apart. She forgot about it. Well, Friday night, my wife was complaining. She's like, "Oh, we don't ever go anywhere. We don't get to go do anything. I want to go somewhere." I said, "Well, hey, we're going to get up in the morning. We're going to go to Charleston. We're going to go to that treasure hunt place I told you about before. They're doing mystery boxes. What it is, to combat the efforts to still have a business, they're breaking down these pallets and putting them all into boxes and selling them for $53.50 a piece." So first, she's abrasive. She's like, "No, I don't want to go to Charleston. I don't want to drive all the way down there. I don't want to get up early." I said, "Well, you were just complaining that we don't get to go anywhere, and I got somewhere I want to go for us to do together. Let's go do it." Eventually, she relented. She's like, "I don't really want to go if it's just us." So she asked one of her friends to go with us. And also, my wife is the worst navigator I've ever seen on this planet. You know what 3 words you don't want to hear from your navigator when you ask them what way to go? I don't know. When I look at her, "All right, which exit do I take?" And I hear, "I don't know." That's a terrifying feeling. Because you don't know where you are on the map. Because she don't know where you are. So I refuse to drive very long distances with her as a navigator. So she got one of her friends to go with us. And we explained it to her, and she wanted to get a box too. So I got on Facebook, I messaged them, I reserved 4 boxes to make sure we got our boxes. So we set off. We were supposed to leave at like 7, because I want to be there when they opened. Didn't happen. All right.
In the morning?
Yes.
So you left like 4?
No, I wanted to leave at 7 and be down there at 10, because they opened at 10.
Oh, okay.
Didn't happen. Ended up leaving like 8 o'clock, right? Supposed to get there. Our first arrival time was like 10:59. First stop we made, we wanted breakfast. We were going to stop at KFC, but they weren't open, so we went to McDonald's. Went through the drive-thru, got our food, got back on the road. Didn't have to take a detour or anything. It was right alongside the road. We finally get on the highway, and it's like 126 miles of straight highway. So we start going, we get like halfway there. It's like 10 o'clock. Her friend pops up out of the back seat and says, "I gotta pee." I was like, "What?" And she's like, "I have to use the bathroom." Now, I'm terrified of not getting back on the right entrance once I get off an exit. But I was like, she has to use the bathroom. I kind of gotta use the bathroom now that she said something. So, all right, we take the next exit. I think we actually ended up in Sutton, where we ended up when we stopped on your guys' road trip. So we go in, we stop at the gas station, whatever. Use the bathroom. I get gas. It was like $15 because of the gas mileage we were getting on the highway. Try to get back on the highway. Guess what happens?
You go the wrong way.
I get on the wrong entrance and start going the wrong way. And I had to go that way for 11 miles before I could turn around and get off an exit. And then get going the other way. So that was another, 15 minutes, 20 minutes before we got back to where we were? So then we finally get down there, right? And like, I can tell as we're getting closer. Because we get slowly off the highway into like an open country highway. And then into like a city type highway. And I'm starting to seeing businesses all around me on every side. No, ain't no houses in South Charleston. It's all businesses. And then the few houses I see, they're either really nice or they're making crack in there. There wasn't much of an in-between. So I was like, man, that's kind of scaring me here. But we finally get there and you see this big inflatable tube man. We pull up and I go in the wrong way because there wasn't no signs up. And they didn't care. I didn't care. I was like, man, let me get 4 boxes. So we got them. We split the money out. We got our 3. Wife's friend got 1. And we're like, here, you can pick one. Whatever one you want, it's yours. So she picks one, and we start opening them up. Wasn't nothing in either of the first 2 boxes almost that we thought of at first. Now that we've went through it and checked prices and stuff, we got a little bit more. But there was this red tin in there. And I was like, man, ain't nothing in here. It's a piece of junk. So I just toss it back in the box. Well, my wife looks at it and she opens it up and there's an Amazon gift card in there. I was like, that's weird. Who would return an Amazon gift card? Why wouldn't you just keep it and use it? Well, it turns out she scratches it off. She tries to enter the code in, right? Doesn't work. She said, oh, well, I'll do it again. Types it in, does it again. Doesn't work. She gets mad. She said, I told you there weren't going to be nothing in these boxes. Ain't nothing in here. This gift card ain't worth nothing. I was like, hold up. No, let me type the gift card in. Needless to say, she was not typing the right code in. She put an M instead of an N. So I type it in. I hit redeem. It says this card value is for $100. I said, well, shit. We paid $53 for the box. We got a $100 gift card right off top. And of course, she was mad because she was wrong. That's when. So then we got out, we go to the back, we open up 2 more boxes, right? And the bottom of one of them, we get a bluish type bag, like a cellophane bag. And then what looks like a gun in the bag with bullets, brass bullets. And we're like, did we just get a gun out of a mystery box? I was like, I don't know. We're not going to find out sitting out here in the middle of a gas station. I'm going to take this. We're going to go sit in the car. So I took it, I threw it up in the car, and I ripped it open, I pulled it out, and there's like 3 spikes out on the end of it. I'm like, this ain't a gun. I don't know what the hell it is. But it was not a firearm. As it turns out, from what my brother said and we figured out, it's called a spot welding gun. But inside of a cellophane bag that's colored, it looks just like a firearm. So we go through it, we find some pretty decent, more decent stuff, more electronic type stuff. We go and get another box, bring it back. Open it up. It's probably the best box we got. Just a bunch of electronics and stuff like that. We didn't get any of the high-ticket items, sadly. But we got way more than enough that we should be able to make our money back, which is the goal.
And the point in him telling you this story is that he comes to me and says that he wants to start a business. And it's funny because I have a Google Doc that just has like all these business ideas that I've come up with, and I always I have certain ones highlighted that I have already tried, and whether or not I think that if I committed to this it would work, or I did commit to it and it didn't work, this is why, stuff like that. And one of them that I tried and I think that it would work is buying liquidation pallets
and reselling
and reselling it, because again, almost all of the auctions, I'm not going to say almost all, but a good portion of the auctions that you see on eBay are people that are doing that liquidation stuff. It's not just people
reselling their own stuff.
Yeah, there are some people that do that, but most of the time people are buying the shit that they're listing on there just so they can list it on there because they're getting it for cheaper. I guess a good person to watch if you don't understand what we're talking about is I think there's a guy on YouTube called Resell Rabbit or something, where he owns a warehouse that is just packed full of this shit. He gets this stuff all the time, and he goes through every little thing, every little $10 item, posting that shit on eBay because he's just all about that hustle, eating the dirt,
Well, that's where we have to be like that. We can't just let shit go.
Yeah, Brandon 100% wants to start up a freaking online or a brick and mortar store, and I'm sitting there like, are you kidding, dude? The COVID shit is going on right now, okay? It ain't going away. So how are you going to start up a brick and mortar store when it's...
That's the ultimate goal.
The ultimate goal is he wants to start up a brick and mortar store around here.
And online.
Online is where the profit's going to come from. Brick and mortar, I doubt.
Like I said, for right now...
you could do that mystery box thing and just put all the shit items in the mystery box.
Well, that's kind of deceptive.
It's a mystery box.
Fair enough.
Every once in a while you throw in a $100 Amazon gift card because, you got to make someone feel good about themselves, make them want to start their own business.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on that. Depending on whether we follow through with it or not. Brandon's really wanting...
We need to. I already went and got the stuff, so we kind of have to. That's kind of the point.
Yeah, but I didn't spend any of my money, so it's him. He needs it to happen.
Yeah, more so than bronze.
Because he got so much shit that is just not good.
It's decent stuff, but it's gonna be hard to sell.
Yeah, you got a bunch of stuff that you're gonna throw out at a flea market, like novelty stuff, and it's. He calls it impulse stuff. I call it novelty stuff, but you know what we're talking about. Front end, you're checking out at Walmart, that type of stuff.
That's called impulse.
I call it novelty stuff.
Okay, I get that. But the point is, everything can be sold. There ain't a thing on this earth I couldn't sell to somebody.
I want to see him try to sell one of those
posture correctors.
Yeah, one of those posture correctors. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about because it's all the drop shippers, drop shipping from China fucking running those ads that it just looks like a backpack that doesn't have a backpack.
Yeah, it's just straps. The straps of a backpack.
Yeah, and it's to make your posture better. He said that it didn't do shit, but
no, it just hurt me.
I want to see him sell that to an old lady.
I can sell it to somebody
that has scoliosis.
I can sell it to somebody, guaranteed.
An old lady.
Somebody.
Can you say old lady?
Most
because
likely.
I'm almost like I can strap a mic to you and do like a hidden prank thing where you have to go up to people try to sell them this fucking thing, and it's like your life depends on it. I think that'd be a really good video. You just going up like, come on, dude, I need just $20. Will you want to buy this from me? Like,
there's one thing I'm a crackhead, dude. I
thought that the dude was a crackhead at the gas station who was trying to sell me those fake AirPods. They were like Soundcore,
well, didn't
whatever.
you buy them?
Yeah, I fucking bought them because he was selling them for a good price. Why would I not?
Because he's going to use that money to buy drugs.
So?
Fair enough.
I got like cheap.
You got a deal, he gets a high.
I mean, he wanted a ride too, but he wasn't getting a fucking ride.
Fair enough.
But thank you guys for watching.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next episode. What is it going to be? Next Friday? I think we're gonna. I think that I have some stuff that I'm gonna put together so that next week, instead of waiting, for every other week, I think I can do this week and have another podcast next week, and then have another podcast the week after that, and then it goes back to the normal schedule. So
special.
If it's going to be really hard to wrap your mind around what I just said because I realize that it doesn't make any sense.
You'll figure it out when it happens.
Yeah, you'll figure it out when it happens. Also, our website is good now. Like, it's not. I think it still looks like shit, but it's up and live, and you can go to it. And we don't have an about page, so don't click the about button.
Just click the link because you ain't gonna remember the URL.
uselesswisdom.carrd.co. Because we don't have a domain yet.
I'm on the podcast, and I don't even know the URL.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Goodbye.